I never thought I'd be the kind of person to share something so personal, but here I am, because maybe, just maybe, my story can save someone else the pain I went through. It all began when I met Kimberly. I was 30, and she was everything I thought I wanted, kind, beautiful, and full of life. We were that couple people looked at and said, they've got it all together. And for a long time, I believed it too. There were no warning signs, no gut feelings telling me something was off. I trusted her completely, the way you're supposed to trust the person you love. I thought love meant giving your heart without hesitation, without doubt. But life has a way of teaching hard lessons. The first crack in our marriage appeared on an ordinary day. I was helping her set up a new phone, transferring her data from the old one. I wasn't snooping, just going through the usual steps, when I saw it. A dating app, tucked away in a folder, hidden from plain sight. My stomach dropped. I tapped on it, and there they were. Messages, flirty exchanges, conversations with men I didn't know. My hands shook as I scrolled, my mind racing to make sense of it. When I confronted her, she brushed it off. It's nothing, she said. Just harmless fun. She promised to delete it, swore she'd never actually met anyone. And like a fool, I wanted to believe her. I told myself maybe it was just a mistake, a moment of weakness. But trust, once broken, doesn't just snap back into place. I tried to move forward, to push the doubts away, but they lingered like a shadow. Then came the health scare. I started having symptoms, things I couldn't ignore. When the doctor suggested testing for STDs, my blood ran cold. The thought of infidelity, which had been a whisper in the back of my mind, suddenly roared to life. I remember sitting in the parking lot after the appointment, gripping the steering wheel, trying to steady my breathing. That night, I asked her point blank, "Have you been with someone else?" Her reaction was instant, defensive, angry. "How could you even ask me that?" she snapped. But anger could be a mask for guilt, and deep down I knew. Still, I hesitated. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was overreacting. But the truth has a way of forcing itself to the surface. A few days later, I couldn't take the uncertainty anymore. I confronted her again, this time demanding to see her phone. She resisted, but I stood my ground, and there it was, messages so explicit, so undeniable that there was no room for excuses. Names, dates, plans. My heart pounded as I read words I never thought I'd see. The woman I loved, the woman I'd built a life with, had been lying to me for who knows how long. The moment that followed was a blur. Anger, hurt, betrayal, all of it crashed over me at once. I remember telling her it was over, my voice shaking but firm. She cried, she apologized, she begged for another chance. But some things can't be undone. Divorce was its own kind of hell, untangling our lives, dividing what we'd built together, facing the pitying looks from friends and family. It was exhausting. But the worst part was the loneliness, the silence in our once shared home, the empty space in the bed, the questions that kept me up at night. How did I not see this coming? Was I not enough? It took time, but I learned from it. I learned that love should mean blind trust. Trust is earned day by day through actions, not just words. I learned that when someone shows you who they are, when they disrespect you, lie to you, betray you, you have to believe them the first time. And most importantly, I learned to recognize red flags, to listen to that quiet voice inside when something feels wrong. I'm not bitter, but I'm wiser. And if sharing this helps even one person walk away before the damage is done, then maybe all of it was worth something. Love shouldn't cost you your self-respect. And if it does, it's not love. It's just a lesson waiting to be learned.